Here at Morningside, our life enrichment teams love to have fun and, more importantly, make a difference. There's nothing more rewarding for any of us than knowing we made a tough day a little easier or put a smile on one of our residents' faces. We take getting to know our residents very seriously. Obviously, the more information we have about our residents from our family members, the better we can meet their needs, but also just spending time with them and making our own assessment is equally as important. We want to know the person they are today to set them up to be successful in completing activities of daily living, building friendships, and engaging them in ways that bring joy and a real sense of purpose. As a team, our community helps our residents reach individual victories every day.
Everything they've done I like. The shopping, I like. And going different places, the Hampton Mansion we went to, and we do different things. The crafts that they have, I've learned to sketch better. And we have two great ladies who teach us the exercise. Well, the impression I get from the staff is that they're very caring. They don't take any person, as far as I know, well, she can do it herself. Everything is done with love, and what I hear the staff call the older people, sweetie, sweetheart, babe, and that makes them feel good, you know, and they comment on their clothes, oh, you look nice today, things like that. And if you have a need and it's not a real important need, they take care of it almost right away. Yeah, the other day I was talking to a friend and she said, I don't understand how, we were talking about animals, because I love animals, and I said, did you know that the elephant is the only animal that can't jump? Oh, I didn't know that. And I thought, I heard that from Test Your Mind. Or other things like that.
I am the Director of Dementia Care. I work with the wellness team together with our Director of Nursing and our Assistant Director of Nursing to meet the needs of the residents. Since I've been here so long, I know the families throughout the whole building. I usually do most of the assessments of new residents, so I've met the residents, their families. I met where, sometimes I'd been to their houses, things like that. We have a good crew here. Like I said, I've been here 12 years. I have a lot of folks that have been here just as long. We have two dementia units, Memory Lane and Stepping Stones. Each unit has its own activity person, and we try to get to know the residents, figure out, their past history, to determine what their interests were, to establish an activity program. Some of the higher functioning residents we can do individual activities with. Maybe if the group is not at the same level, we have that programming person that can individualize things. Like we can take, the higher functioning folks can come down and do activities on AL that interest them. Morningside House can accommodate a higher level of care. The way we're staffed, our staffing ratios are higher. We have more clinical staff here than most of your assisted living. So as far as assisted livings go, someone can stay with us longer because we can meet their needs.
We first started the process of looking about 9 years ago. And my mom was having some memory issues. It was becoming apparent that my dad had his hands full, watching her. And we knew that it got to the point where it was more than my dad could handle. And we started looking at some options for Mom. Both of my grandmothers, my maternal and paternal grandmother, were in nursing homes, actually not far from here. And so we kind of had a little bit of experience with them. And I can't honestly tell you what brought me to Morningside other than we came up one day and met with a few people, and I came away totally impressed. Totally impressed. We kind of liked the homeliness that we were seeing here at Morningside. So I think Mom was here. She was going into her, I believe, 8th year here, and she was in Memory Lane. And it was just, I always totally impressed. I mean, even now, from the time that Mom first came in to Morningside to now that my dad is here, the fact that I see the same faces, the same familiar faces, it makes me feel good. I don't see a lot of turnover. The residents all seem to be very, very happy, and despite what my dad thought about his needing to be here, we knew it was in his best interest to be here. And you know, there was never, at that point, he's been here since March of this year, and we never even looked at any other facility. You know, even the activities they have, you know, arts and crafts, bingo, those types of things, the sing-alongs, the movie nights, those type of things. I've just been totally impressed. I've recommended people and recommended it to someone I knew that her mom come here, and she was here a very short period of time before she passed, but it's the whole package, I think. And it all starts with the people that work here and make this like a real community. I know that my dad's being well taken care of, and that makes me feel good. One of the things that is impressive is that there's a lot of effort in getting the residents here to engage and be active. I feel like here at Morningside, it's like, oh, come on, it'll be a lot of fun, let's go. And that the staff is selling the activity, and they know that there's a benefit, because obviously we all know it's not a good thing and just to sit there and not engage. Getting the residents together in a social atmosphere and stimulating them and that type of thing, it feels good, because I know my dad was getting none of that when he was at home. And I couple that with the worrying of if he was going out or if he had a fall or whatever, and the peace of mind is priceless.
You want to try to catch it again when Doris is done? Marie is not up for it. Thank you. Loretta, ready? Oops. Try again. You can catch this. Oh, there you go. Good job. Loretta likes to bounce. How's Sally? She was here just the other day. She was here the other day.
People here are very nice, very kind, and always nice. Helping as much as they can. They really do.
When Morningside was first being built, my mom and dad lived very close, and my dad came and had a tour of Morningside and looked at it and decided that it met his standards, and should they ever need an assisted living or wouldn't be able to stay at home, that this would be the place to come. Several years passed, and we decided my parents couldn't stay at home anymore. One of my siblings and I came and looked at some other places, but I think the care that we saw the staff giving everyone here is really what won us over. Whether it's housekeeping, the concierges, or the activity people, they all pitch in, and whenever they see any resident that needs something, they just go ahead and do it. They don't call for an aide to take care of it. They just chip right in and take care of whatever needs to be done. Or if somebody's having a bad day, they go over and make the person feel better. And I don't think you really see that in a lot of other places. When my mom and dad came here, my dad was on hospice care already. We knew he was very ill, and the hospice worker said that Morningside was a facility that would work with your family and welcome hospice help into the facility while your loved one was sick. And that was one of the other reasons that we chose Morningside. And my dad was here almost a year with hospice care. Morningside, the nursing staff worked very closely with our family and really made a very, very hard, sad situation much, much better. We were never alone. There was always somebody helping us with a difficult situation. Even to the day my dad died, one of the nursing staff sat with me with him. and I wasn't even alone. So, I mean, I don't think you could ever ask for better than that when your family member was sick. You kind of wouldn't know that to be in that position, I think. And we had that at the very beginning, so they were wonderful. They really were wonderful, yeah. You can't teach that level of care, and Aid came, and even at the end I was sitting with my dad, and she came and sat on the chair with me quietly till he passed, and then gave me a few minutes, and then we called for somebody to come in. I can't imagine anyone else would do that. That was very, very kind. Another instance after that, in the past year, a resident here was ill, and I went in to see her during her last day, and one of the nursing staff was there taking care of her, and I just thought, she's treating that resident like it was her grandmother. I mean, there was no family member there with the lady. There was nobody there but me to see that, and she treated her with such respect and kindness that, it just wins your heart over.
Well, one thing, it's a very beautiful place. I walk, so in the winter I walk the halls on the second floor, and they are really good pictures everywhere. They're doubles of, I'm sure, paintings, really, and I'm interested, and I look at those. And it's also very nice, it's pretty, it's, someone comes to see you, you don't feel bad, and they take very good care of me. I have diabetes, but I'm also forgetful. Well, Darlene is my aide, and they have to check in on me like every 2 hours or so, and they have a button they have to push to show that they were there. I don't really need a lot of care. I need my medicine to be managed because I take a lot, and I get needles for diabetes and all. But regardless, so I feel like if something went wrong, somebody would notice. And so I'm very comfortable with that.
So they're available for you.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are. And I don't wear it when I'm here, but at night, we have a thing that you can push if you need help, and they'll come. Well, it's chair exercises. Well, it's a good workout, even though you're in a chair. When I'm done, my legs know I've been there, So just movement of the whole body with the neck and everything. Well, it makes me more mobile. I was very pleased with the food. It was so much better than I thought in a place like this could be. I'm really impressed with the food.
My name is Barbara Dawkins. I'm the lead concierge at Morningside. What I do is I sit and I welcome everyone into Morningside. I answer the phone, I take inquiries, I do tours, and I love it here at Morningside. I really, really enjoy talking to the families. I have a good relationship with the families at Morningside. I love how small Morningside is because you meet a lot of good friends here at Morningside. I've made most of my good friends here at Morningside. I love communicating with the residents. It's wonderful. Oh, I have been at Morningside almost 14 years. Next March will be 14 years at Morningside. Lovely. It's a lot of great things that Morningside offer. One of the things that I can remember is the Employee of the Year award that I was given. A trip to Disney World for me, my husband, and my 2 kids. It was wonderful. That was one of the greatest highlights. My kids still remember going to Disney World. And if it had not been for Morningside and the family members and the employees that voted for me, I wouldn't have got the award. Also, with Morningside, they offer you this thing that the directors just go around and give you, it's called a got you. And it's just for something good that you have done or just because they appreciate the work you've done here. I love that they do appreciate the work that we do here at Morningside. I have been on the floor and I've seen the care that they've given to the residents, how wonderful they take. There's a particular employee that she goes above and beyond every time. And it's basically, you have to do justice for yourself. It's how you want to be treated. And here at Morningside, it's just that's the motto. How would you like to be treated? We take care of our residents just the way you would like to be treated. As I mentioned, I know this employee that she puts her heart and her soul in it every time. It's Darlene. Wonderful employee. She goes above and beyond every day. And it just seems natural to her. She doesn't try. It just seems, and that's what I would love for, if that was my mom, gosh, she's gone. I would love for her to be here just because of the care that I've seen given.
their summer uniform. And then the Navy nurses. Then I even had a suit once made out of seersucker. So, but you have air conditioning now. You don't really need a summer suit. You also had the Panama hat. Remember Panama hats, straw hats, and boaters people used to wear in the summertime? Here's a good invention for the summertime, a fly swatter.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the old fly swatter?
Yeah.
Better than a rolled up newspaper. They work. They work, and there's a scientific reason for it. The newspaper being all rolled up, the poor little fly there, senses it coming down because the air moves out of the way as it's coming down. With this, the inventor, Mr. Montgomery, Robert Montgomery, has spaces, cracks, holes, so that the air goes through it as it's coming down. So I guess if you wanted to have your hand open, it'd be better than if you went like that.
I like the whole layout of, I feel, I've never seen this before. And when my son came me out here for the first time, I thought it was a country club. I mean, it was very, very nice.